started? Okay. Thank you guys. I hope everybody's belly is full and you get to sit back and enjoy the celebration this evening. I did want to do just a few thank yous before I introduce our coaches. First of all, this evening we got our fried chicken and cookies from Country Mart, but some of our kitchen staff came in and prepared the rest of that meal and put everything out. Jordan Mueller and her staff, I wanted to thank her, so nice round of applause. Also have 5 booster officers that do a tremendous amount of work, not only at our banquets, where we meet several times throughout the year. They do a lot of things with our concessions, they pick scholarship winners. They do a lot of things that are all on a volunteer basis, and I greatly appreciate them. They do a lot for our kids, so I wanted to name those 5 people really quick. Deanne Squires, Andrea Fritsch, Rob Coleman, Mackenzie Beckham, and Amanda Bly. Nice round of applause for our booster officers. Okay, our admin do a tremendous job supporting our sports in a lot of different ways. So I wanted to thank all of our admin from district office all the way down to our elementary. Maintenance and custodial crews, our maintenance, I have to call Davey and a lot of these guys all the time and say, guys, the scoreboard's not working, or hey, the light's out in the gym or whatever it may be. And they do a really good job of getting on that stuff as fast as they can. Our custodians do a tremendous job keeping our facilities nice and shiny and clean. We have very nice facilities that we're very proud of, and they do a good job of keeping those nice and neat for us. So thank you to all those people. So introduction of coaches. We'll start to my far left. We've got volunteer coach and head principal, John Boyd. He does a little bit. He runs more than he coaches, but that's just because the kids can't keep up with him. To his right is our head cross-country coach, Sierra Boyd. To her right, our head girls golf coach, Rachel McDaniel. Okay, on the other side here, we've got our head volleyball coach, Carla Bosler. To her right is one of our assistant high school coaches, Kristen Barnes. New to the volleyball staff is our freshman coach and also assistant, Megan Williams. And a volunteer coach that we've had around the volleyball program for a long, long time, longer than I've been here. Doesn't mean you're old, just your wise and seasoned. A little over seasoned. Dennis Crum. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to do volleyball first, followed by girls golf, and finish the night with cross country. So each of our volleyball coaches are going to get up and talk just a little bit about their seasons, starting with Coach Williams about the freshman season.
Good evening. I want to first start off with some thank yous. So first, thank you all for taking time to come celebrate all these amazing athletes. Thank you to the parents for all your support this season and for sharing your daughters with us. They are all such incredible young ladies, and we love them a lot. So we appreciate everything you do to help our program and support us throughout the season. Thank you to our administration for all the long hours and hard work you put in, and for all your support of our program as well. We really appreciate it. Thank you to my fellow coaches, Coach Bosler, Coach Jones, and Coach Barnes for everything you did for me this season. That is too much to name. I so appreciate each of you and your guidance, and it is so much fun coaching with you all. Lastly, thank you to the girls for all their hard work this season. It's been such a blessing getting to coach each of you, and you make my job so much fun. Thank you for your hard work and dedication every day to get better. I'm so proud of each of you and how much you grew over the course of the season. I'm so thankful to have gotten the opportunity to coach each of you. So now to recognize our 2024 freshman team, as I call your name, please come to the front and receive your certificate. Number 14, our setter and middle hitter, Hallie Wishard. Number 16, middle/right side hitter, Brenna Wolk. Number 17, setter and outside hitter, Aniston Kramer. Number 18, defensive specialist, Becca Palmer. Number 28, setter and outside hitter, Taylor Becca. Number 29, defensive specialist / right side hitter, Paige Schwint. Number 30, right side hitter, Madison Lagarce. Number 34, middle / right side hitter, Addison Lawrence. And number 35, our libero, Kaya Plati. So as a freshman coach, my job is not necessarily to just focus on winning, but instead to help develop and sharpen the skills of each player to help prepare them for the next level, whether that be the JV level or the varsity level, and to help them grow as young women off the court as well. I can confidently say that because of the dedication and hard work of each player, we saw tremendous growth from the very first game of the season to our last game. Each girl gave me their all every single day at both practices and games, and as a coach, that's all you can ask for. They're a really, really great group of girls, sometimes very, very goofy, a couple of them more than others. But they're all just very, very kind-hearted girls, and that's what made it so much fun to coach them. So I'm proud of each of you guys for your growth this season, and I'm excited to continue cheering you on next season. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight to recognize all these athletes. First, going to start with some thank yous as well. Just thank you to our lovely coaching staff here who have helped me grow so much as a coach. Coach Bosler, Coach Williams, Coach Strum, just thank you guys for all that you do. Super thankful for our amazing administration as well for all they do for our program. And a special thank you to you parents just for giving us the opportunity to be able to coach your kids. We are so thankful and we love your kiddos very much, and we've had a blast coaching them this past season. So thank you guys so much. Now I'm going to recognize the 2024 junior varsity team. So as I call your name, please head on up here to get your certificate. Number 3, middle hitter and right side hitter, Lily Crossland. Number 7, setter and right side hitter, Lucy Gay. Number 9, outside hitter, Lila Nix. Number 14, middle hitter and setter, Hallie Wisher. Number 16, middle hitter and right side hitter, Brenna Wolk. Number 17, Aniston Kramer, setter. Number 19, outside hitter, Audrey Gegg. Number 22, defensive specialist, Anna Fisher. Number 23, defensive specialist, Maggie Price. Number 25, outside hitter and right side hitter, Chloe Wiener. Number 28, middle hitter and setter, Taylor Beckham. Number 33, defensive specialist, Catherine Herzog. Number 34, middle hitter, Addison Lawrence. And number 35, defensive specialist, Kai Plati. This group of girls was such a joy to coach, and I'm so thankful to have had the opportunity to be their coach this season and watch them grow as athletes, but more importantly as young ladies. Our season was a roller coaster at times because we played a lot of strong competitive teams, but every game we got better. One thing that these girls never did was hang their heads and give up. They came to practice and games every single day with a smile on their faces, eager to learn and work. We finished our season with being 8-12, and I could not be more proud of this team. Thank you guys so much for all of your hard work, and I cannot wait for another amazing season next year.
fall sports banquet ceremony. First off, I'd like to say congratulations to the cross country and the golf team. You guys had fantastic seasons, and we have amazing fall athletes, so congratulations to both of your programs as well. All right, I'd like to start off by thanking many people who have made this volleyball season not only possible, but a joy. To the players who I have the honor of coaching this past season, I applaud all your countless hours in the weight room and in the gym that you put into this season. Your hard work, grit, and dedication to continuously improve throughout the season was incredibly fun to coach, and I enjoy getting to see the tremendous amount of growth happen from practice to practice and game to game. I love watching all your hard work pay off. I'd also like to thank my coaching staff. I've been blessed to work alongside 3 former head coaches, and I dare to say that I have had hands down the absolute best and most knowledgeable coaching staff, maybe in the whole state of Missouri. So I feel super grateful and blessed to be able to work alongside each of you. There are not enough words that can truly express just how grateful I am that we worked together this season, for your insights and your friendship. It is hard to fathom the amount of hours coaches spend outside of practices and games to prepare in order to give the girls the best chance to succeed. So again, I thank you 3 so much for the hours you dedicate to build our program, from spending time away from your own families to plan and attend our team building activities, to plan practices for our younger classmen, to build strong and meaningful relationships with all our athletes, taking stats, and then so much more that you all do. Your time, energy, and advice has been very much appreciated, and I value you 3 very much, so thank you. To our team managers, Anna, Piper, Sadie, Ava, and even Landon, thanks for keeping the stats during our games and setting up the camera. We appreciate all that you did for us this season. The stats that you keep are vital to our team's success, as they help identify real-time information that helps us learn the other team's tendencies, which allows the coaching staff to make adjustments between timeouts and between sets. And a special thank you, managers, for helping Landon out. It means the world to me to be able to share the sport that I love with him, and he has learned so much about the game just being on the bench and keeping stats alongside with you. Thank you to Dr. Nix for getting the gym set up for every home game, answering my countless questions, and most importantly, thanks for always listening. I truly appreciate all your advice you give. You're such a great voice of reason, and I am sincerely grateful to have you in my corner. To our administrators, Dr. Boyd and Dr. Snabel, for your endless amount of support. We'd like to thank Jess Pollard, who continues to help out with injuries and tape up athletes when we need. From Tyler, from potential therapy, and Ketta from Mid-America Rehab, for seeing our athletes and getting them the right course of treatment to get them back on the court as quickly as possible. To you parents, thank you for entrusting this entire coaching staff with your most precious gifts. Please know that I love your girls more than words can express. I am beyond blessed to get to work with such amazing young ladies each and every day. Thank you for your dedication to the team with driving to numerous camps and tournaments, finding ways to get your child to and from practices, supporting all of our players at games, constantly washing uniforms, working concessions, and providing us with delicious team meals. I'm truly thankful for your support to your daughters. They are incredible young women, and that's a true testament to you all as parents. Next, I'd like to thank the various media outlets, Michael Boyd at the Herald, Jared Pettis at KFMO, Don Pritchard at Sometimes News, and Matt King at the Daily Journal for publishing articles and posting scores. And a huge thank you to our own SGHS media class and DLP crew for working our video board at each and every game. Dr. Smith, thank you for running that video board. The girls and I appreciate all the time you spend on this. Also, a big thank you to all the workers that help at games. It takes a crew. So we had some people that line judge for us pretty consistently. Aaron Stoll, Larry Fogg, Mike Beckham, Dr. Nix on occasion, and Ann Reynolds. And then working our score tables, Kelly Sikowski and Aaron Stoll. And then Regina McDaniel and Aaron Stoll also were our bookkeepers this year. You all make my life way easier, are always willing to help out when needed, and I'm extremely grateful for that. And last, I'd like to thank my family. This is not possible without you. To my parents and my father-in-law who have supported me in pursuing my love of the game, without your help taking care of my boys after school, coaching couldn't be possible. To my husband, Kyle, and my kids, Landon and Holden, thank you so much for allowing me to pursue my passion and for allowing me to spend the majority of my time teaching and coaching other people's kids. It's a true sacrifice that I'm extremely grateful for. Now, there's one final thing that I truly need to express my gratitude for that meant so much to me and my entire family this year. The amount of support that you all provided, prayers, recovery baskets, from this entire St. John community was incredible when Holden broke his femur mid-season. Honestly, it just was a reminder in the midst of a difficult time that sports bring people together and that there's more to volleyball than just a scoreboard. It's really about the relationships that are built and the people that make such a wonderful program. So your kind thoughts and well wishes really meant the world to us. All right, now to bring these young ladies up here, recognize them for their accomplishments for the 2024 volleyball season. So our varsity letter winners, and ladies, come on up when I say your name, our managers, Anna Fisher, Sadie Grimminger, Piper Estes, and Ava Huber. Then freshman number 9, Lila Nix. Lila dressed varsity for us this year and helped us out as a serving specialist from time to time throughout the season, but saw consistent court time during the Perryville tournament. She was a 6th rotation player for JV this season. She did a tremendous job in whatever role Coach Barnes asked her to fulfill each night. Her consistent play, work ethic, strong consistent serve, great hustle and leadership is what's earned her a spot to be on varsity. Lila was a player who I could trust to put in to serve and play left back defensive spot if we needed to mix something up. Lila handled this role really well. I understand how nerve-wracking it can be to be quickly thrown in and asked to serve on the spot, but Lila always did a nice job. I look forward to coaching you in the future and watching you to continue to grow. Number 8, Aaliyah Filer. Aaliyah was a starter for us this year and played in all 33 contests. She was our 2nd rotation starting middle throughout most of the season. During the Perryville tournament, she had to step up as our starting middle and did a fantastic job. During this tournament, Aaliyah began to find her confidence. She had 142 kills this season, a .238 hitting percentage, and led the team in total blocks of 59. Aaliyah is such a hard worker and very coachable, both during games and at practice. Aaliyah did many great things this season, but one thing that will leave a lasting impression on me is the fact that after every single practice, she comes up to the coaching staff and says thank you. I am excited to see you continue to grow and improve your game because I know your work ethic and dedication will help you grow leaps and bounds in the future. Aaliyah earned KFMO's Little Caesar Player of the Game. And then I'm going to bring up our sophomores next. Number 19, Audrey Gepp. Audrey dressed varsity for us this year. She was a 6th rotation starter for Coach Barnes at the JV level. She was an outside hitter and middle back defensive player. Audrey is such a hard worker and is determined to make corrections to improve her swing. I learned that last season in the spring, Audrey was determined on trying to fix her high elbow, that during one of our weird school luncheons where she ended up having 2 hours extra time in the gym, for that entire 2 hours, she hit a volleyball at the wall, working on trying to get her elbow up. She could have been on her phone, she could have been hanging out with friends, but she chose to try to work and fix something in the off season. And I just think that speaks volumes of your work ethic. I know you will continue to work hard, and I'm excited to see you continue to grow for next season. Number 2, Emmy Brown. Emmy was our libero for us this year. She has an incredible instinct and reads the ball incredibly well, which allows her to be in a great defensive position to play the ball. Emmy is also a great team player. Throughout the season, we had to run various lineups due to some injuries. She never once complained about moving out of the libero jersey and being moved to outside hitter. Through the entire Perryville tournament, she played outside hitter for us. Near the end of the tournament, and I'm not sure if I ever told you this, Perryville's coach, their head coach, asked how number 2 jumped so high and continued to tell me what a great outside hitter she is. And when I told her that Emmy is normally our libero, their coach just couldn't believe how outstanding of an athlete Emmy is. Some confidence for you, because you're a great outside hitter. You do a lot of things really well. Emmy did a fantastic job filling in at that position, but we did return her to the libero position for the rest of the season. But she was always ready if we needed to run that other lineup. She was willing to do whatever the team needed, and I think this speaks volumes of your character, to be able to put the team needs above what you love playing the most. She played in all 33 matches. She accrued 294 digs, 422 service receptions, 232 service points with 41 aces, and 19 kills. Emmy was named the Jefferson City Licking Camp All-Tournament Team. Thank you for your willingness to play wherever was needed of you without complaint. You embody what it means to be truly coachable, and I look forward to watching you grow in the next 2 years. Juniors, number 13, Bree Foff. Bree battled a shoulder injury all season, which took her out for the entire season. Bree was able to begin easing her way back into practices for the last couple of weeks, but Bree never complained, and she showed up to all of our games and practices and helped keep stats or do whatever was needed. I am looking forward to a healthy senior year with you next year. Number 11, Vivian Keeper. Viv was a great utility player for us this season. At the beginning of the season, she set for us as one of our starting setters was recovering from an injury. Viv often served for us this year as a serving specialist. She didn't have a consistent role night tonight, but never once did Viv complain or pout on the bench. Instead, she cheered loudly for her teammates and was ready for any role that she might be thrown into each and every game. I have coached many players who have had similar roles as Viv in the past, but not many handle that same role with the poise, grace, and dignity of Viv. She is one of the most selfless players I've had the pleasure of coaching. If you know Viv, she's always smiling, positive, and laughing. She always worked hard at practices, and I'm very proud of the awesome teammate Vivi is. She ended up playing in 21 out of 32 matches. She had 42 service points, 3 aces, 27 digs, and 7 assists. Viv understood her role and embraced it very well. Viv has a tremendous work ethic and passion for the game that I look forward to having again next season. Number 6, Millie Huffman. Millie is a defensive specialist who worked extremely hard at practices. She's eager to get as many reps in each and every practice to make herself a better player. Millie is a hard worker, great teammate, and was willing to do whatever was needed for the betterment of the team. Looking forward to next season, Mill. Number 5, Emma Gepp. Emma was a 6th rotation player for us this year. Emma played outside hitter and middle back defense this year. This season, Emma battled a knee injury with playing 3 to 4 games a week, sometimes 15 or more sets a week. We had to prioritize resting Emma for numerous matches to help get her knee strength ready to go for some of our bigger matches, which meant sitting the bench during the Perryville tournament as well as some other games. Never once did Emma complain. Instead, you saw her cheering alongside her teammates. It was impressive to watch Emma cheer on her teammates as they were competing for the championship game at the Perryville tournament. Some kids might have thrown a pity party watching their team have success without them on the court, but not Emma. She was genuinely happy and excited at the success of her teammates. I think this speaks volumes of your character. Emma always played with a fierce competitive spirit. She hustled and worked hard at all times, even when her knee continued to bother her. Emma played 26 of our 33 games, had 164 service points, 34 aces, a 91.9 serving percentage, 225 kills, a .144 hitting percentage, 427 service receptions, 14 total blocks, and 282 digs. Emma became more and more consistent for us as the season progressed, and it's fun to watch her confidence grow this season as well. I'm looking forward to next year. Emma earned all conference and first team all district honors. She was named the KFMO's Little Caesar Player of the Game twice this season. She was also named SGHS Athlete of the Week and Parkland Athlete of the Week. Seniors, number 24, Kaylin Ballard. I know she's not here tonight, but I'm going to speak about her anyways. Kaylin was a utility player for us this season. She played in 25 of our contests. She was an outside hitter, middle hitter, and right side hitter for us, just depending on what we needed each night. She was willing to play in any position that was needed of her. She worked very hard for us during practices and games. She was a great teammate and had been very supportive and in good spirits on the bench when that had been her role. I know that it's not an easy role, but she had shown what an awesome teammate she is too, and I think that speaks volumes of her character. She had 54 kills, a .043 hitting percentage. She had 24 digs and 24 total blocks. Number 15, Kayla Clements. Kale was a sixth position player for us. She played in all matches. She played middle back and outside hitter for us this season. Kale worked hard at both practices and games and gave it her all. Kale played very composed, and if she struggled offensively, then she didn't let it affect her defensive game and vice versa. She just continued to work through the struggle and didn't quit. This is a testament to her strong mental mindset, which is hard to achieve as a young player. Kale has become a strong communicator on the floor for us this year and learned how to read much quicker and accurately as the season progressed. She had 180 service points, 40 aces, a 90.7 serving percentage, 245 kills, a .134 hitting percentage, 459 service receptions, 33 total blocks, and 373 digs. Kale earned all conference and first team all district honors and was named KFMO's Little Caesar Player of the Game and SGHS Athlete of the Week. Number 12, Sophia Hook. Soph played in all 33 games. Soph is a strong player for us. She has both great hands for setting and she puts up a good sized block on the right side. She worked hard on the defensive end for us as well and worked extremely hard to improve her serve, making it difficult for other teams to return. Soph is a strong communicator on and off the floor. Soph had 484 assists, 251 digs, 65 service receptions, 23 blocks, 182 kills, a .105 hitting percentage, a 262 service points, and 74 aces. Soph was named KFMO Little Caesars Player of the Game 3 times this season. She earned her 1,000th career assist, finishing her career with a total of 1,275 assists. And Soph broke our school record for aces in a single season this year with 74. Number 10, Kaylin Harmon. So I looked at what I had said about Kaylin last year and the year before, and I said that Kaylin has a powerful swing that'll be very effective for us in the future, and that I couldn't wait to see the growth that you'll make in the next few seasons. And I'll say, oh boy, she stepped up last season for us as a middle hitter, but oh man, she continued to improve for us again this season. Kaylin continued to work extremely hard in the off season and at practices to get better, stronger, and faster. Middle's job was never easy, but she did a great job making herself available to be a hitter, and she worked extremely hard to close blocks. Kaylin worked hard defensively too this year. There were numerous times she kept a play alive by being low, covering other hitters. Kaylin learned ways to put the ball down when the set wasn't always perfect. She worked on this aspect of her game, and I think it made a huge difference. She often heard me say, I don't care how you get your kill, just find a way. And she did just that. She played 26 of our games this season. She had 228 kills, a .203 hitting percentage with 39 total blocks and 31 digs. She earned second team all district honors this season and was named KFMO's Little Caesar Player of the Game. Number 4, Jolie Parker. Joe was a 6th rotation player for us this season. If there's one word to describe Joe, it would be determination. Joe had an ankle injury right at the end of summer that took some time to heal. Once her ankle fully recovered, Joe was everywhere out on the floor. She is fun to watch as she hustles everywhere on the court. She plays extremely smart, mixing the ball around as both a setter and as a hitter. She does all of this with a big smile on her face. She played in all games, and once her ankle fully recovered, she played in all 6 rotations as a setter and right side hitter. She had 588 assists, 229 digs, 86 kills, a .097 hitting percentage, 59 service receptions, 19 blocks, 169 service points with 32 aces, and a 90.3 serving percentage. Jo earned MAAA All-Conference honors. She also earned her 1,000th career assist and finished her career with 1,408 total assists. Number 1, Abby Boyer. Abby was a defensive specialist for us this year. She primarily played left back for us, but on occasion played some middle back and right back too. Abby absorbs whatever you tell her during practices and games, and she works extremely hard to make any corrections. The amount of growth Abby made throughout the season is astounding, and this growth is because of her ability to never give up, to keep working hard and constantly ask what she needs to work on. Abby always did a good job uplifting her teammates and helping them stay positive. One of the greatest things that I saw from Abby this season is that her own confidence in herself grew. She played in all games, had 211 digs, 296 service receptions, 169 service points, 42 aces, and a 94.7 serving percentage. I'm very proud of the player you became this season. Okay, so now we have all of our athletes up here. I'll recall our 2024 season. I'll try to be quick. All right, the season always really begins in March with off-season conditioning and goes to the middle of October, making it a pretty long season, so it shows you just how dedicated and committed the girls are on the team to this sport. In the off-season, we focus on getting stronger, creating team and individual goals, and we focus on team building. The girls have their sights set on adding their number to the wall for both conference and district champions. These are lofty goals. The MAAA large school conference teams are very tough. Our district may have been the toughest district in all of Class 3, but this didn't stop the girls from setting their sights on these goals. Throughout the summer, I could see tremendous potential in these young ladies. The goals they set could be possible if they chose to work hard and play as a team. We had a great summer, played well in our scrimmages, and then the season began and we had a bit of a slow start. We just couldn't find our groove. We started our first 2 weeks 3-5-1. So practice has changed just a little bit at this point, and I'll say that Coach Drum and I were a bit tougher on the girls, making sure that we were doing all the little things correctly from whistle to whistle. I'm sure you parents probably heard when our practice changed because your players probably talked about it. They were tough, and we had to work on building their mental toughness, especially had to imitate moments when the game is on the line, and we had to try to create that type of pressure at practice. We had to get better at controlling the ball. Coach Drum often had lines of wisdom that he would instill upon the girls on how to win and be successful on the court. And one of these sayings included, you can control the ball, you can control the match. Sound familiar? Yeah. This was the start of the turning point in our season, but we still weren't playing to our full potential and didn't feel like we were completely playing like a team yet. As a coach, it's my job to figure out how to get this out of your players. I knew the girls had this potential to achieve their goals and that they set at the beginning of the season. So before one of our games, we met in Coach Barnes' room and we discussed what I discussed with them, what I truly thought their potential was. Because sometimes I don't say it out loud. And I told them that their potential and talent reminded me a lot of the talent from the team in 2022 that went to state. That's the kind of talent and potential that's up here in front of me. The only major difference that I was seeing had nothing to do with talent, it had to do with energy. I told them how I remembered when someone in 2022 had a big kill, that player would have like the biggest sprint stop that you could ever see. And then somebody from the back row would come flying in and give them a huge shove. And then all 6 players out on the court were truly happy and excited, and they celebrated the successes of their teammate. And then I imitated what this looked like, and I'm sure it was comical. Okay. I don't know if they needed to hear me say that this team reminded me of the team that went to state, that they had that kind of ability, or if it was the foot stomping and shoving that started helping us have success, but they started having more fun out on the court. So whatever happened, I'm glad it worked. I just wanted them to believe what I knew was there all along. So last season, we finished our record at 12-17-1. This season, we returned everybody and gained some key players. We went from a 41% winning percentage last season to a 70% winning percentage this season. We finished this season with a record of 22-9-2. We won the MAAA Large School Conference and won the conference tournament. We were able to beat our crosstown rival twice this year, which is something we hadn't accomplished since 2020. We gave ourselves the opportunity to play for a district championship, but we eventually fell short to Potosi. And although this was a difficult loss, as we then watched Potosi eventually win state, we played the game with heart, and we never gave up. We didn't play scared, we kept attacking the ball. Sometimes the game just doesn't go the way you hoped. But girls, you can hold your heads high, because you left it all out on the court, and you gave it your all. I'm proud of your perseverance, grit, and determination to never give up on this team. It was a fun season, and I ended this part of my speech last year with girls, if you're willing to continue to work hard, trust the process, and play together, then fun things are in store for your next season. And I think that's exactly what happened. I had a blast coaching you this season, and I hope when you look back on this season, you have enjoyed your experience together as a team. Okay, we'll go through medals real quick. So these were the people with the highest stats at the end of the season. So best serve percentage went to Emmy Brown with 94.8%. Most aces and a new school record with 74 aces goes to Sophia Hook. Best serve receive rating with a 2.16 goes to Emma Geck. Most digs with 373 goes to Kale Clements. Most assists with 588 goes to Jolie Parker. Most blocks with 59, Aaliyah Filer. Most kills with 245, Kale Clements. Highest kill percentage with 38.3%, Kaylin Harmon. And highest hitting percentage with a .238%, Aaliyah Filer. So next, the coaches, we'd like to recognize the players who exhibit 10 behaviors that, as individuals, we can control that really don't require necessarily talent, but have a huge impact on a team's success. And these 10 habits include being on time, your work ethic, your effort, body language, your positivity and upbeat energy, your positive attitude, your passion, being coachable, doing extra, and being prepared. So we wanted to recognize 2 individuals from the freshman, JV, and varsity levels that exhibit those 10 habits. So these athletes would please come forward. Taylor Beckham, Callie Wickern, Anna Fisher, Chloe Wiener, Aaliyah Filer, and Vivian Kiefer. The next 3 awards were voted on by the players. So the first award is the Heart and Hustle Award. This is the saying we use that means that no other team can out-hustle us and play with more intensity or passion for the game. This really is the ultimate team player award. When we step out onto the court and do those 2 things, then no matter the outcome of the match, we can hold our heads high. To win this award, one must always give 110% out on the court and in practice. When things look bleak, this is the person who is lifting everyone up. This is the ultimate positive teammate. This is the person who has sacrificed their body over and over again to make an amazing play out of something that seemed impossible. The individual voted by her teammates received over 60% of the votes. This player always leads by example by hustling everywhere on the court, often sacrificing her body for the ball. This was a 6th rotation player, and we needed her smart choices and her grit to get to everything, and her strong leadership at all times. She was a true leader on and off the court. She never complained even when her injury bothered her or she needed to sit and rest her body. This is the player who roots for her teammates. This is an individual who is willing to put the team needs above her own. When things changed, she never once pouted or had a negative attitude. She just worked extremely hard to be the best teammate and player she could be. She always does what's asked of her with a smile on her face. She epitomizes what it means to be a true teammate, how to be selfless, and how to be extremely coachable. Emma, your heart for this team and this sport is tremendous. Your leadership is truly amazing, and I'm so proud of the young lady that you are. I'm excited to watch you continue to grow next season. Your tremendous heart and hustle will lead you far in life and not just in volleyball. Always give it your all. So Emma Gatley, please come forward to receive the Heart and Hustle Award. Our next award is the Most Improved Player Award. This goes to the athlete who's shown the most growth within a season. This starts day one of off-season conditioning to the end of the season. The individual who shows the most improvement has to have a tremendous work ethic, a focus on getting better, and dedication. And now as a collective whole, we've made lots of improvements this year as we began our season to a slow start and then finally found our groove with some consistency. We had 5 athletes nominated for this award. However, the players recognized one individual who made leaps and bounds and improvements this season. This recipient is a starter. In the month of September, this player had 42 kills with just over a 100 hitting percentage. This player continued to work hard, making her arm swing faster, coming in square to the net, working on cutting the ball harder in both directions, learning how to transition from block to be involved in as many offensive plays as possible by learning how to run behind our setter, run quicks, both 1s and 3s. Being a middle is one of the most difficult positions to learn, and to learn this as a freshman at the varsity level is a tall order. But Aaliyah kept working and improving. She went from 42 kills in September with a 100 hitting percentage to 98 kills with a .3110 hitting percentage for the month of October. That's a vast improvement in such a short amount of time. Aaliyah is a sponge and wants to know how to improve and make herself better. I think the Perryville tournament was a huge confidence booster for you. Aaliyah hit almost 500 at that tournament, and it's just what she needed to know that she is a strong varsity caliber type player. I'm looking forward to all the improvements that will continue to happen over the next 3 years. Our most improved player, Aaliyah Filer. Congratulations. Our last award voted on by the players is the MVP. The way I explain most valuable players to the girls is that without this player, our entire season could have or would have been different. And don't get me wrong, there's more than one individual who could fit this description. We know that all of our players are valuable. However, there was one individual who received the majority of the votes here, which I think truly shows the value of this individual. This person was a 6th position starter. The team did get to see what it was like not having this individual out on the court. Prior to her injury, she led the team in both kills and digs. She had amazing games against Farmington with 24 kills and Potosi with 19 kills. She led our team in serve-receive receptions. She improved her serve this year as well. With 164 service points and 34 aces. She had a total of 225 kills, 282 digs, 427 service receptions. She focused on creating a faster arm swing and working on being able to hit multiple shots. She was ready to hit a wicked sharp. She was really able to hit a wicked sharp cross court shot. When she was injured, she cheered for her team and was the best teammate. Really, this player did it all for her team, and she truly played each and every game for her teammates. She was incredibly coachable and fun to watch. When she stepped on the floor, it was always with lots of passion and effort to get the job done. She earned all conference honors and first team all districts this season. The 2024 overall team MVP is junior Emma Gatley. excited to get to work with you for one more season. Your love of the game is contagious. The way you play the game sets the tone for anyone watching. They learn what it takes to play the game through watching you because you always lead by example. Okay, I do have one final award and then I'm almost done. And I'm going to pass the torch. This last award is the Loyal and True Award. This award goes to our senior athletes who have dedicated the last 4 years to our program. 11 athletes began our program as freshmen, and these 6 seniors are the ones who continue to put in the countless hours in the weight room, summer camps, practices, and games. Being a part of this program is a huge time commitment, and we just want to thank you for being awesome leaders and great teammates. You have left your mark and legacy on the SG Volleyball program. Thank you, seniors. So our 6 seniors who have earned the Loyal and True Award are Abby Boyer, Caleb Clements, Kaylin Ballard, Kaylin Harmon, Sophia Hook, and Jolie Parker. Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls, for all the great memories. We wish you the best in your future endeavors, and we sure will miss you next season. Once again, I'd like to thank you, girls, for an amazing season. I've enjoyed our time together. I look forward to all the hard work that you'll continue to put forth into next season. I'd like to end my remarks again with a line from Coach Pope's speech last year. If you still think this whole deal is about a scoreboard or trophies, then you're really missing out on something special. Girls, cherish all the memories we've created together. I know I will. And most importantly, I hope you realize the importance of being part of the team, the beauty of working together to achieve our goals, and I look forward to reaching more of our goals together next season. Thank you, girls, once again. I love you all, and I am beyond blessed to have coached each and every one of you this season.
Season volleyball from 12 and 17 to 22 and 9 is quite the improvement, especially when you're talking about having no seniors last year and bringing everybody back. That is a tremendous season. It was a disappointing loss to Potosi, not because of anything that you did, but because it was disappointing because it was hard to see you guys not reach that goal. But you reached so many other goals. You have a lot to be proud of, and congratulations on a tremendous season. Speaking of tremendous seasons, our girls golf program is up next. Coach McDaniel is going to talk about her golf season and all of the, I have a lot of golf puns and everything else, I'm sure. So, Coach, you're up.
Okay, good evening. It takes a village. And I have a lot of thank yous. First, to the district for the opportunity to represent. Other schools are starting to pick up girls golf, Sykeston, Poplar Bluff, or just 2 that added girls golf this season. But we've been in existence for 11 years, and we've been on the forefront. So a big thank you to the district for giving us the opportunity. Dr. Nix in the athletic department. Our schedule is always packed with great competition and opportunity. We always have lots of changes because unlike any other sport, we don't own our facilities. So we are at the golf course's whim. So if we can get on a golf course, we can take it, and if we get kicked off the golf course, well, we're just out of luck. Dr. Nix has no problem finding us competitions, and I appreciate that. Like Coach Bosler already said, he's always a good listening ear, and he's like the best athletic director I don't know if you've heard. So, the SDHS faculty and staff. It's no secret my student athletes miss the most amount of school, but they're willing to not only make it so my girls feel comfortable leaving the classroom to represent the school, but working with them despite our demanding schedules. It will not surprise you that girls golfers will do work on the way to and from golf matches. I'm not saying my boys golfers didn't, I'm just saying my girl golfers will. But I know that their dedication to the classroom is because they appreciate what their teachers do and they're willing to work with them, so thank you. Sports boosters for another great banquet and another good year. Chat chili in the golf course. Again, we've been in several situations where golf courses are not great to their golf teams. And that is just not the case here in St. Genevieve. They're great to us, they're great to Valley. They let us use our facilities, they host our golf camp, they let us host a tournament, and they let us host districts this year, which is a huge advantage for our golfers. And it is, while we take a large part of the planning, they provide volunteers, take care of golf carts, deal with parents looking for golf carts, if you know, you know. And so I appreciate Chad Shilley and the golf course for all they do. Community Center, Brian Geck is a quick, easy text whenever the weather is not weathering and we need to be inside. That's where our nets are. So he's a really quick, easy text message to get inside for practices, so I appreciate that. Mike Boyd and the Herald, Sun Times and Daily Journal for the coverage for our girls golf team. I don't know whether you guys are laughing at me already. I haven't said anything funny yet. Tom Kime is my dad and was my assistant coach. If you would have told me I would have got to boss him around, I would have told you you're off your rocker, but that's what I did all season long, and he did exactly what I asked. He was an unpaid volunteer assistant coach. He was the yin to my yang. The girls will tell you that we were opposites, and they had preferences, and I won't say who preferred who, but without him, the season wouldn't have run as smoothly as it did, so I appreciate his help. Coach Mueller, also an unpaid volunteer assistant coach, wasn't around as much, but came in clutch when it was time for districts. He ran the live scoring, so I didn't have to be, and I could be out coaching my girls, so I appreciate his help. My husband, I'm not going to belittle him and call him Mr. Mom, because that's just not who he is. He's just a super dad. He's an awesome girl dad. I don't think either one of my girls are going to play golf, but if they did, he would support it. He showed up to every home match, even if he couldn't bring both the girls, because let's be honest, Layton ain't golf coursing right now. So I appreciated him holding down the fort so that I could go out and coach. And then my parents. I know volleyball said their parents are great, and they are, and cross country, your parents are good, yada, yada, yada. Mine are the best. They just are, okay? I said, hey, can you guys donate like some drinks and some snacks? And we have so much leftover Gatorade and water and snacks. We could have provided the banquet tonight. They worked concession stands. They host a great senior night. I needed homecoming parade, and Reagan Aaron Ladd stepped up and said, hey, we'll drive the truck and trailer, and then showed up with balloons, and before I could even say, hey, we need posters, someone had already made them. They're supportive of their girls, and they're supportive of me. They show up in numbers. We go to away matches, and sometimes we outnumber the home parents. I don't have to worry about my parents not doing what they need to do. They do it. I have to worry about my parents putting other parents on the golf cart path, because that's what the rules say. My parents are the best. Bar none. So thank you so much for your support this season. And players, you always make the time away from my family worth it. I'll say more about that later, but hopefully not cry. That's the whole point. All right, anyone who coaches knows that you dream about the perfect season. You imagine what practice will be like, how your players will set their own personal records on the way to setting team records. You dream about the wins, and you think about how will you manage the losses and how will you come out stronger. You think about the bonds will build often on the golf course as you build memories. And in your mind, you picture a support system of parents and teachers and administrators and community members and how they will contribute to your success. And every coach dreams about the perfect season. I used to be one of them. This season was the dream. Our team chemistry was on point. The atmosphere of practices was markedly different. There was, from day one, a drive to achieve big things, and you could feel it. The conversations at practices were different, and as it turns out, the progress we made was massive. The attitude at golf matches was changed. Again, that underlying drive was pushing everyone at matches in a different way than in years past. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew it was easy to tell early on that it was going to be unique. I already had it in my head that this season, a reachable goal was taking a team to state. But after feeling our vibe at practice, I actively started manifesting the goal and telling the girls I thought it was a serious possibility. And the only thing we had to do was play our golf. The golf we already played. After that, we started actively pursuing this dream with tailored practice to sharpen our skills to make it a reality. You've heard me say it year after year, I hate talking about our record. I don't report it to Dr. Nix very often. It doesn't represent us. It doesn't represent our growth, our accomplishments. You've heard me say it every year. All that said, our varsity 9-hole match record was 11-5, which matches our record from last year. We took 2 losses to the Class 2 state championship team runner-up Cape Notre Dame. We took 1 loss to Jackson, the Class 4 powerhouse. Our heartbreakers were to Lutheran St. Charles by 3, if you know, you know. And Poplar Bluff by 1, which we counted twice, I think. Last year, our 18-hole record was 30-32. And this year, even though 2 tournaments fell off our schedule, our 18-hole tournament record was 24-8, and that included our district golf tournament. Win-loss records are just numbers. And what about the stats? What do we have to show for it? What about a second place finish at the St. Pius Invitational and a second place finish at the Bulldog Invitational at St. Clair? A new 18-hole team record surpassing the last record by 7 strokes that included recording 4 individual scores under 100. How about a 5th place finish in the district tournament? I know Coach Bosler said it earlier. Out of our district, the first 2 teams in Class 2 state come out of our district, MICDS and Cape Notre Dame, and we got 5th. Or how about qualifying 3 individuals out of that district for the state tournament and missing taking a team by just 4 strokes? It was truly a remarkable season from a stats point of view. I believe in setting goals every season. We set them as a team, and I very rarely insert myself. But I might have a little bit this year. Our goals this year were challenging, but entirely realistic. We wanted to shoot 182 or 34 over par on 9 holes as a team, and shoot 385 or 93 over par as a team for 18 holes. Both definitely doable. We always have an academic goal to get initial team academic recognition, but this year I said we should qualify a team for state. We came up short of the 9-hole goal, shooting 189 as our best this season. We soundly beat our 18-hole goal and the school record, shooting 374 or 90 over par at the Bulldog Invitational at St. Clair. Like I mentioned, this was a phenomenal effort as we used 4 scores under 100, and it was balanced as there was just a 7-stroke difference between the lowest score we counted and the highest score we counted. For the GPA, without calculating our freshmen who can't have a GPA until January, our weighted team GPA was 3.57, which would absolutely, exactly, right? Would absolutely earn this team an outstanding Misha Scholastic Award. For a team that misses a lot, and I mean seriously a lot of school, it's like 14 days when you start adding it up. That's pretty stinking amazing. So all in all, in terms of meeting our goals, I'm calling this season a win. This is typically where I like to call my athletes and poke fun at the silly things they say and do. And honestly, there is a lot of that. They're already getting nervous. But those aren't the things that stick out to me this season. It was the camaraderie. It was the band discussions, silly and serious, the venting and the problem solving, the recalling grounds and interesting situations, the musical stylings of Luis Miguel, if you know, you know. And all of the laughing, as you can tell. It was watching our sisters, which we had 3 sets of sisters, interact, we'll call it interact, very differently. The friendly competitions at practice and during matches for Ferris and Fiona. Ha! This is Fiona, right? Did we decide? Okay. Fiona, this is our bragging dragon. We have 2 of them. They're twins. The other one couldn't be here today, I guess previous engagement. They were set for different things. So if you won the bragging dragon, this went on your golf bag. Do you guys want me to put it on my hand and just do it like I did? All in all, I was watching Gracie Ladd annihilate the chipping net, not once, but twice, denting its sturdy metal frame, and it still doesn't fold correctly. It's pulling out Eleanor McClinton's driver at Farmington and almost hitting her in the face. It's watching Carly Bosler eat cold green beans on the golf course after calling her bluff when she said her favorite golf course snack was green beans. It's embarrassing Lydia Bates by saying, "Give me 2 before and after each one of her shots, because it always made her hit the ball better." Sorry. It's about fact-checking Coach Mueller when he told us that trees are 90% air. And laughing until we cried, and then calling him out on it and saying, "You're not supposed to actually Google it." And while I won't be listening to any more sexy red, sorry, Lily, Braylon, and Keely, at least I know Owalas are better than Stanleys because they don't spill. What phone cases are the cutest. And despite how many times they try to convince me, bonita means beautiful in Spanish and not the other word that you think I can't hear. Coach Kine wanted me to pass on some thoughts. If you play golf, then you know he has a pretty good excuse not being here. He played Torrey Pines today. So he's out in California, and some of you are nodding and you know, if you don't know, it's a pretty big deal, and it's been a year in advance that he planned the trip, so he apologized. He said, first, he enjoyed working golf with you this season. You were fun to be around. There was a lot of other words, but we're gonna stick with fun. He loved watching you make improvement as the season went on, and was proud of the way you represented the school. And for those of you who went to state, He didn't come into his dad jokes until state, so he wanted me to remind you of his best one. What do you call a fugitive who is landing a plane? Condescending. I'm just going to tell them you all laugh. So now I want to spend some time talking about each of these athletes, starting with my freshman, Clara Carlson. You'll come up. I'm going to talk super slow so Clara has to stand up here by herself for a long time. Oh, there we go. I was a little afraid I might lose her to cross country, but she showed up this season, and man, I was excited, and man, did she show up. After the first few practices, Coach Diamond and I recognized Clara had a very natural swing, and she would quickly improve with more practice and time on the course, and she did just that. Other coaches would even comment on Clara's swing. I'm hoping Clara will carry her momentum into next season after a full summer of golf, hopefully not hitting golf balls into my yard. So, Clara Carlson. Veronica Hill. Veronica was another pleasant surprise this season. Much like Clara, Veronica's swing is also very natural. While it didn't translate to the scorecard, her potential is bountiful. With more dedicated practice in the off-season, probably in her home hitting net structure, you got it all set up, I'm sure, and more time of course, I think all the pieces will click and Veronica will be a force to be reckoned with come next fall. Rylan Inman. For some reason, I had it in my mind that Rylan was a volleyball player, height, her athleticism, and then she showed up for golf and I was ecstatic. Despite some swing challenges, Rylan was receptive to coaching and progressed a lot from day one to the final day of the season. Rylan's potential is exciting, and I hope she knows and she sees that. My hope for Rylan is that she will continue to work in the off-season to be a major contributor at the JV level next fall. Cece Kohler. Two things you need to know about Cece. Number one, she is nothing like her sister Lily. Number two, she's 90% McDonald's chicken nuggets. When you tell her your McDonald's order, she's judging you. And she's reading that like psychic cards, or like psychic reads tarot cards. I've seen it. All joking aside, Cece's athleticism contributed to her successes she saw on the course. She's got the right bounce back attitude for the game, and like her other freshman teammates, some off-season work could lead to a very fruitful fall for her. Gracie Ladd. If I could give a Rookie of the Year award, it would go to Gracie. After having her in golf camp for several years and seeing her talent, I hoped and prayed she would come out for the team. Gracie was an instant contributor to the team's success and the atmosphere of practice and competition. Although she may be quiet, she does fierce and a little sassy. Don't try to trash talk her, because I got absolutely slammed. Gracie was a co-medalist in her first match of her high school career, shooting a 48. From there, she received a third-place medal in our 16 match at Farmington, leading our team to a victory and tied for 9th at the Bulldog Invitational. Gracie's score counted as part of the team score in every single match and tournament this season. Not bad for a freshman. Gracie rounded out a solid freshman season by qualifying for the state tournament and finishing tied for 46 out of 90 golfers at the Class II State Golf Championship. I will definitely be looking to Gracie to get back next season and continue to inspire underclassmen and upperclassmen with her work ethic, mental fortitude, and good nature. Sophia Bates. Just like her sisters, I genuinely enjoyed having Sophia out for golf this season. A hard worker, Sophia would constantly ask for feedback down on the range and would painstakingly work through the suggested swing changes. Sophia's height and even-keeled demeanor will continue to help her game progress along with some off-season work. I expect some big contributions from Sophia next season at the JV level. Camden Wiener. Just like her sister, Lily, I thought Camden was quiet and reserved. No. She's still quiet, but it's because she's really listening. Like really listening to coaching and trying to improve her golf swing as you suggest, which is great. Or really listening so that when she sings you have to take a minute to figure out what just happened because it's just that good. I look forward to watching Camden come into her own with her golf swing and in her role as a contributor on the golf team. I have one lovely sophomore, I know she couldn't be here, and that's Keely Palmer. I'm still going to talk about her. Keely made some small gains this season, but faced some swing change setbacks. While she worked through those challenges all season, it never really translated onto the scorecard like we hoped. Her confidence in terms of the rules and protecting the integrity of the game increased, and Keely was unafraid to challenge a player's score even in some difficult situations. I know Keely will continue to work through her swing changes in the offseason to come out and be a factor for this team for her junior season. Juniors, Lily. Man, I am so ready for Lily to have her breakout season, and I really thought the junior season was going to be it, but she is just on the cusp. Lily saw several small bouts of success this season, including shooting 4 at the JV level versus Cape Notre Dame. Her potential is abundant. We just have to tap into its full potential. I want her to have the success she so deserves, and I'm hopeful with a summer full of golf, she can be a major contributor next season at varsity level. Allison Lautenbach. Allison's got goals. After freshman year, Allison decided as a sophomore she wanted to make the district for rosters. Roster for districts, let's try that. So she did. And this year, her goal was to qualify for state. Despite a great round at the district golf tournament, Allison fell short by just 4 strokes. A varsity starter for every match of the season, Allison's scores were critical to many team victories and contributed to our school record round. I know Allison will have many rounds with her grandpa this summer and will come out swinging for her senior season she so deserves with a trip to the state tournament. Eleanor McLean. I love watching Eleanor play golf. I love watching her practice golf. I can see the wheels turning as she approaches her ball and is thinking about her next move. Having coached her for 3 seasons, I know what she's thinking because she reminds me so much of me as a competitive golfer. She wants to consider her options but not be bogged down in details. She's decisive about her plan of action, and she typically executes with great precision. However, she's very critical and has high expectations for herself. Our coach-player relationship has grown and evolved over 3 seasons, and watching her reach the success she has worked so hard for is so rewarding. Winning 4 out of the 8 9-hole matches we played this season, Eleanor was a consistent leader on the team with low scores, setting high expectations for the team. Her 8th place finish at the Bulldog Invitational helped clinch the school record, leading to a state qualifying round at the district tournament. Eleanor's 2 rounds at the Class 2 state golf tournament were enough to earn her 36 out of 90 golfers. Much like last year, I know Eleanor will put in the work in the off-season to make her senior season her best yet. And because we always make friends references, I think next season we'll call it the one where Eleanor earns All State. Lydia Bates. I didn't say it. Lydia asked a lot of good questions about her golf swing this season. It was clear Lydia wanted to get better, wanted to boost the team with her scores, and wanted to contribute positive to the team chemistry, and that she did. The highlight of Lydia's season was me screaming "Store Nation" at her every chance I got. Just kidding. The real highlight was her round of 54 at her JV home match against Sykeston and Farmington to win the match individually. My hope is that Lydia will rise to her potential and practice all summer long and come out for the senior season she wants and deserves. Lindy Weiner. Come to find out, I've been calling her Lindy Weiner since her freshman year because I could have sworn that she told me that was her nickname, only to find out that apparently it's not, and I'm the only one that calls you that. And if that isn't so our relationship, awkward and quirky, laughable and fun and like-minded, I don't know how to describe it otherwise. Lindy was consistent this season and contributed regularly at the varsity level. Highlights included a 51 in our second to last home match of the season and a 107 at the Bulldog Invitational. But it was actually Lindy's 61 that was critical to our victory over Poplar Bluff Farmington when the tie forced us to take the 5th player's score. My hope is that Lindy will peak next year for her senior season and that she will play all summer long. Seniors, Carly Bosner. A 4-year member of this team, Carly has made major contributions to the team, just like she has in all 4 years as a member of the team. To her teammates, Carly's biggest contribution was riding shotgun for early morning band times and talking to me the whole way to the tournaments because I'm a morning person and she will talk to me while everybody else sleeps. Carly led the team in regular season 18-hole tournaments, shooting 90 in the Dragon Invitational and 93 at the Bulldog Invitational to earn a 5th place medal individually. Carly had the 2nd best 9-hole match average on the team, and like her freshman counterpart Gracie, her score counted in every match and tournament this season. Highlights included placing 13th at the district tournament, earning all district honors, and a return trip to the Class 2 state golf championship, where she tied for 69th respectively. As the cherry on top to an outstanding 4-year career, Carly is verbally committed to play golf at Illinois College next year. Coach Rowell and Lady Blues have no idea how lucky they are to have Carly, and I can't wait to watch her from afar as she does great things in college and beyond. Lillian Holman. In all my plans for a run at qualifying a team for state, Lillian was a part of every single one. I knew she was seeing the swing coach and was working this summer to fine-tune her swing to build on the successes she saw as a junior last season as our most improved player. In the first few weeks of practice, Lillian began experiencing some pain in her back, her shoulders, and her ribs that we just couldn't pinpoint. After several doctor's appointments, trainer visits, and physical therapy, it became clear that golf wasn't on Lillian's bingo card for this fall. And given the extent of her injury and recovery time needed, we just weren't going to have her out for this season. Despite her slow recovery, Lillian still showed up to practice and participated in whatever capacity she could and still played some holes on senior night. While it was not near the senior season I or she had dreamed up, Lillian's commitment to the team never wavered. Quite the role model. Much like Carly, I can't wait to watch Lillian take on the world. And then my last senior's not here, but I'm going to talk about her is Braylon Palmer. Braylon also came into this season wanting to make a splash. It was clear she wanted her impact to be twofold. She wanted to be good for the team in terms of score, and she wanted to contribute positively to team chemistry. It was Braylon that wanted to get to know our 7 freshmen and bond with them. Braylon worked hard on the range and the nets to make swing improvements and was asking great questions about her golf swing. She saw some big success on the course and contributed at both the varsity and JV level this season. However, her biggest impact came as a positive influence on our team chemistry and cohesion. I look forward to watching Braylon continue to make positive contributions in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, your SGHS Girls Golf. Okay, I have a couple of team awards. First is the Spirit of the Game Award. Ben Hogan once said, "Your name is the most important thing you own. Don't ever do anything to disgrace or cheapen it." This award goes to an individual who embodies this quote in the spirit of the game of golf. This person has great integrity, great work ethic, great manners and etiquette, as well as deep love and passion for the game of golf. This golfer knows the rules of golf, in and out, and is not afraid to enforce them. In all honesty, our entire team does a great job learning and knowing the rules of the game, and I'm really proud of them for that. However, this year's award is going to 2 recipients for 2 very different reasons. The first recipient was a staunch defender of the game. In truth, she has been since her freshman year. Now in her junior year, she's a little more outspoken. While awkward in her confrontations, she is not afraid to hold players accountable to the correct scores. Unfortunately, it felt like every match this season, this player was awkwardly confronting players about their scores. My favorite instance was a recollection in the van when she was telling about one of these encounters. An opponent she was playing with swung and missed the ball. Well, in golf, that still counts as a stroke. So the opponent looked at our player and said, practice swing? And our player laughed nervously and said, yeah, quick stroke. First recipient of the Spirit of the Game Award is Lindsay Wiener. The second recipient of the Spirit of the Game Award has left a profound impact on the program both through her performance and her leadership. A shy and quiet freshman, I quickly watched her leadership style grow as her confidence and ability in the game of golf grew. At first, her leadership was based around results during competition and her concentration and focus at practice. As an upperclassman, her leadership included challenging her teammates, calling in to play golf with her on the weekends, being supportive during practice and at matches, and being inclusive both on and off the course. We have always prided ourselves as being a no-to-low drama family-like team, and this player's leadership and example set the tone for the season and led to many great moments off and on the course. It is her example that protects the integrity of the game and the way it should be played. It is her example that sets the bar for all future members of this team. The second recipient for the Spirit of the Game Award is Carly Bosler. Most Improved Player. The next award I want to present is the Most Improved Player Award. In all sincerity, I really could award this to based on a member of my team. Everyone improved in some capacity this season. However, in discussing this as coaches, one name kept coming up. From shooting 69 in her first match of the season to shooting 53 and medaling in her last match of the season, this freshman grew tremendously this season. Very coachable with a very natural swing, her commitment to getting better showed out in a big way. This year's recipient of the Most Improved Player Award is Clara Carlson. And finally, our Most Valuable Golfer Award. Like last season's recipient of this award, this player's score counted in every single varsity match and tournament this season. Her regular season 9-hole scoring average was 44.62, and her total 18-hole scoring average for the season was 98.88. Her 93 at the Bulldog Invitational was enough to earn her 8th place, and her 40 in the last match of the season placed her 4th amongst a tough field of golfers from both Jackson and Cape Notre Dame. In our 8 varsity matches, there were only 2 matches where she didn't shoot the lowest score for our team. She won 4 matches individually, quite the feat given our tough match schedule. In addition to qualifying for state, she was also our highest state finisher this year at a tie for 36th. The most valuable golfer award goes to Eleanor McLean. Keep talking? Okay. Before you sit down, I have one more thing to say, and because I'm awkward, it's just going to come out weird, so just bear with me. I deceived myself for the past few weeks that the season isn't over until the banquet happens. And now here we are, and here I am making a speech to officially end our season. This moment for me is truly bittersweet. I love talking about you, the people you are, the golfers you are, the success you've had, the memories we've made, the awards you've earned and received, the potential for next season, but I am truly heartbroken the season has come to an end. In my over 10 years of coaching, this was by far the best season I've had as a coach, and it's because of you. Your buy-in to our program and our goals, your commitment to getting better each and every practice, match, tournament, and trusting myself, Coach Ryan, and Coach Mueller to help you reach your goals. Your support, resiliency, work ethic, strength, your kindness. Our bond was the heart and soul of the season and the success we experienced, and I don't take that lightly. It was truly magical. I will never find the words to describe it, and clearly I have a lot of words. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and for the love of my poor heart, please come see me in the off-season. You know where my room is. Thank you.
Tremendous season by our girls golfers. Is that the first time we've ever had 3 qualify for state? Which is awesome. Just to get anybody to qualify for state is a tremendous accomplishment to have 3. It was awesome. We host a lot of district tournaments at St. Genevieve. We have great facilities, so schools vote for us a lot of times to vote to host these. We hosted both volleyball and golf this year. We do baseball and softball a lot, wrestling, basketball. We host just about everything, not everything, but pretty close. And when we host things, I try to, since I'm the athletic director, I try to kind of lead the charge and run the tournament and ask for a little bit of help from the coaches. When it comes to the district golf tournament, I just get out of Coach McDaniel's way. She does a tremendous job. It's not because I don't want to do it, but she knows more about golf. She's forgotten more about golf than I'll ever know, and she does a tremendous job running that district tournament, and I'm just there to help her. So she does really well, and other schools continue to want us to host because of that. On to last but definitely not least, our cross-country program, who also, just like our volleyball and girls golf programs, had a great season as well. So I invite Coach Boyd to come on up and talk about those successes. Come on up here.
I know you could have at least moved the mic down. Yes, first, congratulations to our volleyball and our golf team. It's exciting to share in the excitement of the season as we close here. And so just thank you for staying to listen to our joy of cross country as well. So I just thank you for the hard work, resilience, and heart that each of you poured into this season. Before we dive into the races and results, I'd like to start with a few shout-outs to those who helped make the season a success. Thank you to our parents for contributing to team pasta dinners, working the concessions, driving your kids to bus departures or home from practices, supporting them at races, and the several other ways that you made the season a success. Thank you to Coach Corey Sample for building positive relationships and being a ready for anything coach. Thank you to Dr. Nix for all he does to help keep athletics going, and to the administration for the support of our program. Thank you to my husband John and volunteer coach for all his support and help throughout the season, and to my mother-in-law for reliably watching our kids throughout the season. I'd like to thank the Herald staff and the other media outlets for the sports coverage throughout the season. And thank you to Jess Allard for helping ward off aches and pains by teaching our kids specific stretches to keep them healthy. And just, I'm sure I may have missed someone, so just thank you to the many others who support our program. I'm grateful for just every season seeing the way that people can support our team. So
So this year, instead of talking about every meet, I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I'm going to share a few season highlights and then share a few thoughts about the season as a whole. I'm taking this approach because although the times and medals are badges of our hard work and success, I'd like to take this opportunity to really focus on the hard work itself. But before I get ahead of myself, a few highlights from this season are listed on the Banquet pamphlet, and those are the ones I'll be focusing on. The conference meet is always a challenging one as we face a difficult course and tough competition. This year, our all-conference athletes were Holland placing second and Ashland placing ninth. Our boys team placed second in the MAAA conference meet, and I think that is an exciting indicator for our team next year as we have a vast majority returning to the team again next year. The stakes are always high for the district meet, but these athletes brought the right mindset to race day. The girls team really ran for each other and placed third, which qualified them for the state meet as a team. The athletes who earned all district medals were Holland 4th, Ashland 13th, Lori 19th, and Finn 28th. Finn qualified for state as an individual. So that takes us to the state meet, which was predicted to be rainy, and boy, it was. Race day was chilly, continuous rain, and very muddy. Competitors and spectators were slipping and falling in the muddy conditions. Maybe ask Coach Samples next time you see him. But the races continued on. The girls came to the start line with determination, and they each ran well. Holland earned an all-state medal by placing 15th. By the time Finn raced, the course was in even worse condition, but the meet itself was valuable experience you can carry with him. For those of you who have not attended a cross-country meet with the conditions I've described about the state meet, I hope you can envision what it might be like to be in an atmosphere of excitement and utter muddy mess. For those of you who have now experienced the muddiest, messiest cross-country course you've ever been to, it's unlikely you'll ever forget it. I'll admit I was not necessarily looking forward to the rain in the forecast and had hoped it would push back just one more day. But once it was all said and done, it left me feeling a bit nostalgic about the races I'd run with similar conditions and where all my experiences had brought me. To help you understand where I'm coming from, I'll share a brief conversation I overheard at this year's state meet. A spectator asked, "How did she do?" And the person responded, "It doesn't matter what her time was in these conditions. After running through that and working through this season, she is awesome." Immediately, I just thought, yes. As I walked off, I could feel the emotion inside of me because this is what cross-country means to me. I want you all to know how incredibly proud I am of you. You've dedicated countless hours, not just to races, but to building yourselves as athletes and as a team. Race times might be what we see on paper, but they only capture a fraction of the season. What really matters is everything that went into those moments. The consistent effort, the miles you walked, and the grit you showed, even on the days when the finish line seemed so far away. In my personal experience, my parents and my high school cross-country coach and his family were big supporters in my life. They encouraged me and told me I could do it. Along with a few other influential people in my life, they taught me I could do hard things. Running taught me that I can continue on with strength. On the days that I just want to throw my hands up or just say, I can't do it anymore, internally, I lean on the lessons I've learned through running. I can persevere and make it through the difficulty in front of me. That's one of the lessons that I want each of you to carry on from your time on our cross-country team. I tell you good job after every race, and sometimes you just shake your head at me because it's not the time you wanted or the place you were hoping for. But I mean it when I say it, not because of the numbers, but because of the day in and day out determination. We race on Saturdays most often, then come back on Monday, and you all know I'll want you to run longer than you did the week before. We were able to build that Monday run up to 7 miles from school to Dairy Queen, and I was impressed that we had 14 of our 20 athletes able to carry on that tradition this year. I appreciate the what murmurs that are happening. Yes, that was a tradition that was started by Coach Jet, and I was so proud that we had so many athletes able to carry that on this year. Then come back on Tuesday to run 800 repeats, hills, or some other tough workout. Come back on Wednesday for another mileage run, and then another workout on Thursday with a different variety than we did on Tuesday. Follow this with a Friday run and right back to racing on Saturday again. All that to say, each of you proved you're capable of doing hard things, and that's a lesson that will serve you long after cross country. When you're faced with challenges, remember the tough competitions, repetitions, hills you've conquered, races you've completed, and support you shared with each other. When something in front of you seems too hard to face, look back at what you've conquered already. Forge on with confidence that you will make it through. A final thought in closing. Throughout the season, as we chased those race times and places, we made some fun memories, and I hope you hold on to those as well because they're a special part of the journey. From those rainy day runs that left you soaked but smiling, the weight room floor was a puddle after that day, to the matted hair after a hard practice, to the advice and encouragement you shared with each other. These moments may not show up in the results, but they are the heart of this team and what makes this season unforgettable. I'd like to call each of our cross-country athletes up here so you can give them all a round of applause for their hard work this season. Please hold your applause until they've all made it to the front. Simon Fritsch, Gavin Gegg, Ben McClard, Zachary Ritter, Drake Weinberg, Gavin Zerwig, Lily Farlow, Haley Davis, Sophia Fritsch, Kaden Hook, Ashton Wesner, Rika Windoffer, Holland Zangara. Usually I came up with one quirky thing to say about each of them, but the list could go on and on, so I tried a different approach this year. The final thing I would like to do this evening is hand out a few awards. Our first award is the Most Improved Award. Each athlete improved over the course of the season, but a couple stood out by their dedication and their growth. 2 athletes have earned this award, and they each showed up consistently throughout summer conditioning and evolved throughout the season to have major improvements in postseason racing. Our first recipient of the Most Improved Award earned this through learning racing ability through the season and his consistent efforts. This award goes to Zachary Ritter. Our second recipient of this award earned this by doing what was asked of her without complaint and grew stronger all season long. She was eager to improve herself from start to finish. From starting the summer conditioning saying, "I've never been a runner," to making it that 7-mile Dairy Queen run. Haley Davis. The next award is the Runner of the Year. Our first recipient of this award pushed herself daily at practice and gave his best for every race. He qualified for the state meet as a freshman, and it'll be fun to see where his determination leads him. This award goes to Finn McClard. Our second recipient of this award is an athlete who earned all conference honors by placing second in MAAA, all district honors by placing 4th in Class 3 District 1 race, and all state honors by placing 15th at the Class 3 state meet. This award goes to Holland Zangara. And the final award is the Heart of the Dragon Award. There will only be one athlete receiving this award tonight. The Heart of a Dragon Award represents determination, positive attitude, and fighting spirit. This athlete helped create a good team atmosphere, continuously encouraged teammates throughout the season, and showed a positive and determined attitude while working through the season. She always kept it fun. I will miss her dearly, and it always surprised me by the way that she just changed gears when she knew she was racing for the team. This award goes to Sophia Fritsch. Thank you for all the effort, determination, and memories you've made this season. I'm so proud of each of you, and I can't wait to see what lies ahead. Here's to the miles we run and to the ones yet to come. Congratulations on a fantastic season.
Right. I always have a level of respect for our athletes because of the time commitment that they put in for themselves and for their teammates. But cross is a whole nother level. Like, I hate running. These guys do it all the time. I don't even want to run from here to my office, much less from here to Dairy Queen. You guys are crazy, but I do respect it. Okay. We're going to draw banners, the banner winners, the 50-50 winners, and before I do that though, if you won an award tonight, or if you were all conference, all district, all state, stick around. I'm going to take your picture out in front of the backdrop here in the Commons, so don't leave until we get your pictures taken, because I know Mike going to the Herald is going to want those. Okay, banners. If I call your name, you can grab the banner on your way out. If I don't call your name, don't grab the banner on your way out. Cross country, the banner goes to Sophia Rich. Volleyball. Kale. You guys need to take these home, and I don't know what you're doing on that. It's just the last name, so I don't know which one, but it's the Wieners. I had to say it that way too. Wieners. All right. $81 to the 50-50 winner. If you won, you have to have your ticket with you and bring it up to the front with you to claim your $81. Oh, sweet number big. 54327. -980. 54327-980. All right, look at there. Congratulations. All right, don't forget to stick around if we get the picture taken. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic evening.